It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Jordan Love. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Packers and the Lions, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last weekend they pulled...
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw at Bill was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They run again with Dillon. Stays on his feet. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Come on, set.
Love. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 7 yards there at a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now Goff on 1st down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 101 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Kind of fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. You definitely want to throw it too late, and that way it's not going perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 3rd down, Love. That's to the tight end, Laporta. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love now. That is caught by Laporta. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's gone. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window had some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Dillon, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Love once more. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Love looking to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
2nd and 7. They run once more with Dillon.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Ready. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Love with a give to Dillon.
And coughed it up.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game. Security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go. Ready?
On
on 1st and 10. Love. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Gets around him. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
To throw is Goff. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also in the field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Looking deep here for Dobbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing. Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Third and long for Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Another run for Gibbs here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now gone. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Dillon on first down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Goff going to get this to Gibbs, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play action. It's Goff. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Take it at the 37. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he's up to the 18.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
In motion left goes a tight end. Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Goff now to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now it's Goff.
And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A big play looming on 3rd down.
Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Again, Goff.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little